We'll make sure we're streaming, because for some reason, right, looks like we're there. It's just a hell of a delay from me using OBS to stream, and I also try to watch it on the YouTube page. There's a hell of a delay, so it messes me up. But welcome back to another video. I had all kinds of ideas for those. I see 3 of y'all are watching already. Tell y'all, it's been an interesting day. Saw some things on my page that I got very excited for. I was very in a good mood for a change. And then the jock itch that refuses to go away, called Defli, strikes again. I got some stuff forwarded to me that it just seems like they're just so bored over there. They keep failing. They keep having all these issues that somehow, even though I've been out this project for, I don't even know how long it's been now, 5-6 months, it's still my fault. Guys, y'all need to, y'all don't know who y'all dealing with, because I keep telling y'all, not that I meant this to be a Defli video, but y'all know I'm going to defend myself. That's just how I am. Y'all's piss ass project that's failing is not going to be put on my shoulder, on Burrito's shoulder, or anybody else's shoulder that y'all keep trying to blame this on. People who are calling y'all for lies is not lying, is not because of us or people in Mokin, Discord, and stuff like that. I saved every stupid promise, everything. I've been sitting here, instead of getting ready for this live video and having all the stuff pulled up, I've been sitting here going through all my screenshots, pulling up a timeline, which of course y'all can't see because it's stupid green screen. It's a 8x14 page of dated stuff. Do y'all really want to keep calling me out? It's absolutely ridiculous. So I'm gonna come back to Defli in a second. I don't want that to be what this exact video is about, but I am going to address some of the stuff that has continued to be said in that stupid project. So first things first. Make sure I do this right, because I don't want no issues at all. So while checking, let me see if I can pull this up. Yeah, it's been a very interesting day. Very interesting. And then going through Twitter and seeing some of the stuff. Y'all haven't heard it rained in Dubai with this convention going on, because that's all you keep seeing in Discord and stuff like that. But let's see. Y'all know my goal was to hit 10,000 subscribers. I have hit 10,000 subscribers. I can't. First of all, the fact that I've had 2,000 new subscribers in 28 days. Look, I don't know how it is. I don't know how it's happened. Y'all know I'm a straight and shoot honest with y'all. I've did a little bit of advertising on some of my videos just to up the views. Paid a couple of bucks for it. That's it. $5 here, $10 here. It got me like an extra 6 subscribers. So it didn't come from that. So anybody wants to say that don't know what they're talking about. So and it ain't from that. It's crazy that I'm at 10,000 subscribers. Now my views don't really show it. My watch hours don't show it. But hey, somebody subscribing. I'm still building the channel. Y'all know my goal was to hit 10,000 before the halving. So during this video, we're going to do some giveaways. I'm going to do some airdrops and different things like that as a little way of celebrating. And, you know, we're going to hit some of the stuff. Microphone cord is stuck on something, my big fat foot. So, yeah, we hit 10,000 again. Thank y'all very much. I am extremely humbled. I never thought I'd get to 100. I never thought I'd get to 1,000. I'm being dead honest. I made videos when I hit my first milestones like that, and I don't understand why anybody look, I still can't get green screen right. I still can't get my computer at home built to be able to do a full YouTube studio. I don't know why people would want to follow me. And I watch, especially now I've been doing this for a while, I've been watching people's videos and trying to learn, and they sound so much better than me. It's crazy, and like I'm listening to their volume and looking how crisp their video looks and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't look anything like that. What the hell are people watching me for? Maybe it's because I'm real. I know some people, thank you, man, appreciate it. Maybe it's because some people, like the fact that I'm kind of raw sometimes. And look, I'm not trying to be a grumpy a-hole all the time. I'm just a straight shooter. I can also admit when I'm wrong. I like to say when I'm right. And, sometimes I get a little overboard in some of these projects like Defli and stuff like that. And then I look back at all these, I have all these screenshots that I have on here of previous stuff. And I'm like, how did I not see these clues and stuff? So now when I start researching projects for people, you kind of get a little weary on some things. So I try to be honest with y'all, try to be straight shooter with y'all. And some people like when I go on these rants. I don't know. I appreciate it, Mendoza. Appreciate it. So, a couple different things we want to discuss. And I kept starting with sticky notes, and it seems like every time I'd find some new news, it kept going above the other one because it's big news. I don't know, which one I should really start off with. I think if y'all saw my Twitter, X, whatever it's called this week, post, and of course I had it all set up and ready, and now I can't find it. So one of my other, see if I can pull it up here. Of course I had this all set up, and now that good to show you, I still don't know how to drive. I've been doing videos for a year and I still can't drive OBS. It's absolutely crazy. So see if I can blow this up a little bit. I think this right here, if y'all saw my X Twitter post or whatever earlier, this right here, if this is possibly true, this will kick off the bull run more than anything else. Now, he's potential resignation. When is that resignation? Is that resignation going to be tomorrow, next week, next month? I don't know. But I still think if this is even possibly remotely true, I did see a tweet directly from him. I don't know. Do you still call the tweet since technically it's not Twitter anymore? I don't know. But I did see something from him talking about the stuff he's accomplished. And I'm like, yeah, you wrecked more stuff than you realize. Between him and, the guy that keeps not dropping rates and stuff like that. But I think this right here alone would put some juice into Bitcoin and actually strap on the rockets. What I would like to see is having supposed to be on 420, go figure. Hey, I think him resigning, getting fired, whatever happens on April 20th, in addition to the halving, I think that would be huge, huge news. And I think crypto would be on a rocket ship. I don't know why I keep having problems with my microphone cable. Again, you gotta love live. I think Gary Gensler potentially resigning is going to be huge. That is one of my, big things, at least I think. So my other news, let's see. Y'all know I am really, really big on, and I, especially after I just sat here and told y'all how sometimes I go a little overboard on supporting projects. What I also do is a little more due diligence on projects. And I've told y'all before, one of the big things is doxing projects. And I'm gonna keep hammering them because I'm pissed off at them. But you know, Defli, who thinks that you don't need to be doxxed, and they keep saying that out loud, versus, you know, it's hard for me to do two things at once. Y'all gotta excuse me. Versus projects that will willfully do AMAs. They put their names out there. People know their real names, their Discord names, their YouTube names, their underwear size and everything like that. That is a huge, huge step for me. And y'all know two of the projects, and I got them both up here. Why do I have them both up here? Is because I feel I'm not working for either one of these projects or any of the other projects I talk about. I'm not getting, you know, free tokens or payments or free machines from any of them or anything like that. But I support them because I know that these are, this isn't some big corporation starting these projects. These are guys who are busting their butt and working at these projects. And especially like this one, that is, these guys have full-time jobs, and this project is something that they're working on out of their heart to get started because how much they believe in it. And, you know, I'm sure the people here have watched my videos before, but, you know, I'm going to say it again for anybody who might be come across this new. The fact that you can take a helium device, this came out of a Syncrobit, which was only mining helium, and now I can do 5 or 6 or 7 projects, depending on how many I'm in, off of one device, and then I can manage that from one dashboard. That is huge. And I'm quite surprised that there's not more people who are happy with that. One thing I know y'all were waiting on was Bobcats. And Bobcats should be released. I was hoping to hear something before I say, let me see. I'm trying to get y'all up to the minute updates, up to the second updates. But one thing, if y'all saw my video yesterday that I pushed, because I know a lot of y'all in my Facebook, and if y'all not in the Facebook, I got links in Facebook in my description of my videos. Not my Facebook, it's a group for DPIN projects and stuff like that. But something a lot of people ask, people email me, people comment, ask me about Bobcats. They can't get any help with helium on their Bobcats. Their Bobcats are basically dead. They can't get help with them. Y'all can use Bit Harvest to not only resurrect your helium device, as long as there's nothing wrong with the hat or the helium hat or nothing like that, but you could also multi-mine these other projects. The only one they have an issue with right now is Wingbits, because with Wingbits, you have to have the SDR, you know, and this needs USB on it, well, this end. You know, you got to plug the USB into it. And the USB right now can't be used on a Bobcat. It's not active, or it's used for something else. Those guys are hacking it, trying to figure it out. But you can still run. I have Bobcats running BHST. So they're running helium in addition to pawns, in addition to Curecoin, in addition to Honeygain, and those projects like that. If I was into Crank or Things 1X or anything like that, it could be running that too. If I was into Pi-Fi or whatever way you pronounce it, Fi-Fi, whatever it is, you can do that also with it. However, another thing that we've all been asking for, a lot of y'all have been into grass, and y'all know about the grass project that we have been doing. If y'all catch my every Monday videos and stuff like that, we talk about grass. And you know, I had this all pulled up. Every live I try to get all this stuff pulled up, and for some reason nothing wants to come up. Grass is a project that uses your little unused bandwidth and stuff like that. It's still in testnet. Don't really know anything about mainnet. You know, they keep saying it's coming, but Grass is a project that you just add the extension to your computer. I have it on several computers on different networks and stuff like that. If y'all interested to find out more about Grass, y'all can check my other videos out. I don't want to take too much time up in this. Grass is coming to Bit Harvest. Y'all asked for it. These guys are working on it. And if you saw earlier, again, y'all have to be for these projects. I know I keep repeating myself with all these videos. You have to be in the Discords for all these projects. Make sure you're in the Discords because so grass is coming supposedly in the next update. It should be, there's an alpha 1.19 that's getting released tomorrow. They released 1.7 yesterday. They had an issue with something with adding projects or something. They pushed out an update today that caused some kind of issue with the dashboard. So now they're coming out tomorrow morning. They're pushing it all by itself. Your devices are running, your projects are running, everything's still working fine. So 1.19 will be pushed out automatically tomorrow, and that will have grass in it. And I think that's huge. That's one more project that whenever grass starts paying, that you can put on your devices. So now this device, you know, or wherever my other rock pies and all these other helium devices are, or you know, some of your other devices that could be on helium. I have MNTD golds and sense caps and stuff. Not only are they doing helium, but now they're doing helium, Wingbits. It's been a long day, I'm sorry. Honeygain, Pawns, Curecoin, possibly Things 1X or Crank if you get them to manually add the crank part of it. Now you can be doing grass. You can be doing Pi-Fi. You know, you're going up to 7 and 8 projects now. You're paying, what are you paying, $30 for, you know, a year's service? $16 or $19 if you don't want the year service or something like that. Go check the price out. But ladies and gentlemen, you can't go get chicken nuggets for your kids now at McDonald's without spending $20. You know, it's crazy. So they want to test the Bobcat out. Just although I put in one of my previous videos, somebody with a they were looking for somebody with a Bobcat with 868 frequency on it. One of the certain versions I don't have in front of me, but for testing, they just want to be 100% sure it works. So they say it might be a few more days before the Bobcat releases. But I know a lot of y'all have been waiting for this Bobcat release, and now you got grass. So, you know, it's we got grass coming. There's a lot of things going on. Wingbits, I spoke to Wingbits, and Wingbits is still interested in doing the AMA with me. I told y'all every device from now on that I plan on putting out will have Bit Harvest Studio on it. And like I said, the fact that now people have been waiting for Bobcat's here. I know also I've been kind of pushing them for I call it a ping watchdog. And they're working on that also. It might not be ready in the next release or two, but they're working on ping watchdog. Basically, you set an IP in there, and it pings it every so many minutes. And after 3 failed pings, you know, you can set it to 8.8.8. You can set it to your home router. You can set it to, you know, some website or something like that. But basically, you put it on the ping watchdog so that it pings out every now and then. And after 3 different attempts, it might be 30 minutes apart or something, and it doesn't hit it, that means the device is possibly locked up, lost IP or something like that. It automatically reboots, which we all know a lot of times in computer world and IT world, a simple reboot fixes a lot of problems. I try to run ping watchdog on everything I do at work. I got 500 cameras around this area. They all got radios on them, and they all run ping watchdogs. Before I started doing that, I was always having to go reboot stuff. I think ping watchdog is going to be a huge deal. I also asked them about an idea about aliases. So now that I'm getting to have 5 or 6 Bit Harvest, and then by the time I put this one out in Corpus Christi, and I got another one I'm going to put out in Bay St. Louis or Gulf Shores, I'm going to be up to like 7 or 8 devices. I just got worked out a host deal for somebody. I got a sense cap right here that they sent me, brain in the box, and that's for Mr. Glenn. If y'all know Mr. Glenn, who comments on a lot of my stuff, older guy from Mississippi, who's been another loyal follower of mine for a long time, since early Defli days, and I'm gonna try to put Bit Harvest on there for him too. So just so that he can get a little bit of passive income with 4 or 5 different projects. They're free. Honey gains free. Pawns free. Grass free. Curecoin, helping research Alzheimer's, cancer, Parkinson's. I still got to do a video on that. I get emotional just talking. Look, I got goosebumps. My grandfather, who I was very tight with, had Parkinson's. To watch this man who at 70 something years old was crawling into his house doing all this work, more active than teenagers I knew, and to see him get crippled so fast with Parkinson's. Y'all know Michael J. Fox, the actor. You see what's happening. He's getting, I'm gonna tell you, y'all might think he looks great, but for somebody who knows what Parkinson's can do to people, he looks great, and he can still get around great. You can still kind of understand what he's saying. When Parkinson's hits strong, it just shuts all that down. So I am running Curecoin on all my Bit Harvest devices. All the proceeds go straight to Curecoin to help that project out. I am now running Curecoin on some of my computers, which, you know, I might make a trace of a little bit of Curecoin, and it's not about that. Trying to help, it's my way of trying to help society, whatever you want to call it. And Curecoin is something I got to get time to do a video on. The guy who runs Curecoin, is it Cygnus, C-Y-G-N-U-S, Cygnus, or whatever his name is, in Discord, has promised to do an AMA with me. He's in my time zone, so actually that's going to be a lot easier to get done than with Wingbits and stuff, because them guys are on the other side of the pond, as they say. But these projects, Bit Harvest is on top of it. Y'all can see why I'm so high on it. And like I said, in the fact that I can put one device where before I had to have 2 devices, one for Bit Harvest, one for Wingbits. Now it's one device that can run all that stuff. I can go to one dashboard, and if it's at a remote site that somebody's hosting for me, I can run Tailscale on it. They have their own version of Tailscale on it, which is awesome because if y'all caught my video the other day, I actually admitted I messed up something on the configuration. I did a video last Saturday adding a new station on a rooftop in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, almost 200 feet high, next to a mall. I had a helium device there doing a crap load of IoT data going through it. If I already had that there, all I do is take my little SD card and thought I have one right here. Yeah, all I do was sitting here in my office. I programmed up this SD card and then take a ride out to Baton Rouge. And my SDR, in my SD card, my SDR, second antenna, boom. But I'm running this, so now I got 5 or 6 projects running off that one device. I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm trying to tell y'all. And then I could sit here from here running Tailscale, and I couldn't get into it at first. I messed up some with Tailscale. So since I have that premium package, I get in touch with the guys with Bit Harvest, and guess what? They ungrumpy it, because Grumpy screwed it up. They ungrumpied it, and actually, after they fixed it, I broke it again because I didn't set the key right with Tailscale. I bothered them again. It was no bother. Within 30 seconds to a minute, they had it ungrumpied again. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, for $30, you know, I know it's not my money. Y'all know how tired I am right now. I told y'all I've had to pay taxes. I don't want to hit on this the whole we 25 minutes and I'm still talking about the same subject. I can't tell y'all anything more about that. Let me look at my notes and see if I got anything other than you know, Wingbits had 10,000 subscribers. That was one of their goals. Well, 1,000 stations. Yeah. I'm sorry, 1,000 stations. That was one of their goals. Wingbits kind of leaked in a post the other day that they're looking at testnet mid-May. I kept saying second quarter. Testnet should be sometime May. That's a good sign. That's a big step for them. And looking at mainnet sometime quarter 3. So I have the sloppiest handwriting. I can't read. You know, the fact that, they have 1,000 stations and they're not even on a test net yet should speak volumes. It's no cost to get into it other than your $35, $39, which I have a link for in my Amazon. In my description, for the right kind of SDR you need, the antenna you need. But for $100 maybe, was it $40 for this, $45, something like that for the antenna that I recommended. I did a lot of tests on you. I've seen how I'm getting 200 plus miles out of it, plus the feed line for $100. There's no cost actually to get onto Wingbits. It's just what it costs. Some of you already have these already. So with $130, you got Bit Harvest along with Wingbits, and then plus 4 or 5 projects that doesn't cost anything to get into. I think the fact that they've already hit 1,000 subscribers is huge for a project that's not in testnet. What else I got? Silencio also announced today. I saw, I'm in Silencio. I said it's been kind of quiet, even though they announced that they combined or merged with NATIX. But they even announced that mid-2024 is when they see in mainnet. Somebody actually asked them, and they were in the Discord earlier and said mid-2024, which I think is a good thing. One issue I'm having with Silencio is you sit there and you run it for 30 minutes, and then when the 30 minutes is up, it just spins and locks up. And then you lost out on your 30 minutes. And I'm like, come on, man. Come on. So I didn't even bring it up. I was just lurking in their Discord, and people are complaining about that the fact that you have to catch it at like 28 minutes or 29 minutes, stop it, take your reward, because sometimes if it goes all the way to the 30 and maxes out, it doesn't go to the next transition screen and it gets locked up. So for those who are running Silencio, I still run Silencio. It was down for about 36 hours while they were doing some server migrations and updating servers and stuff like that. Hey, that's growth. Nobody lost their streaks. So again, today I'm at lunch, and while I'm eating, and I shouldn't be on my phone because I won't ever get done with lunch, turn the Silencio on, put the microphone facing up, stick it in the napkin holder, eat my lunch, get my little 30-minute reading, walking up and down the street, trying to exercise a little bit, or if I'm at the gym, I'll turn it on there. Silencio is a cool passive income project. You say passive income, it isn't paying yet, but again, we're in this project hoping that we get something soon. So let's see what else we got. I know y'all don't really care for my PMA, all that stuff like that, but I'm seeing people lose their freaking mind on Facebook right now, Twitter, YouTube. I think, what's the old Spider-Man saying, with great, I don't know, something comes responsibility and stuff. And I don't think some of these YouTube people realize what they're causing by not, from with some of the FUD that they're spreading. I've actually seen people, and I'm not joking when I say this, people who think the bear market is back. Come on, y'all. That is just stupidity at its finest. Because Bitcoin is going down, yes, alts have taken a butt beating, does not mean that we are now back in a bear market. I kind of wonder if any people know what a bear market actually is. So let's see if I can do this again. So, of course not. I guess I gotta hide this and this. Gotta love live. I keep telling y'all that. Let's see. Let's do this, and here we go. All right. So, Bitcoin, 63,000. Really? So let's go back. March, we were at 63,000. March 20th, we were at 63,000. We went down right here to 60,000. We can always say, when in doubt, zoom out. This is the 1 hour chart. This is nothing to be panicking over. Now, Ethereum, that's another one. Taking a little bit of a butt beating. Same thing. You know, you gotta go a little further back to see how that far back that's. But the alts are taking a butt beating. But first of all, don't try to catch the falling knife. We've talked about that before. You can't try to catch the falling knife. It's already fell. It's coming back. I've been telling y'all, I don't know for how long, the last couple of days, we are at great buying opportunities. Solana was at $200 something. $202 18 days ago. So it fell down here. So what? You know, and people are like, oh man, it could fall more. And if it falls more, it falls more. Who cares? You know what? Do you really think it's never going back up here ever again? You buy now, you DCA in, you do what you got to do. Y'all know I'm into Adam. Adam had some great pricing. AVAX, this is, I'd be buying all up in here. Y'all see I even have a little alarm right here. If it goes down lower than this, I'm buying. I mean, it was at $46, $50. So with Big Red, Matic, you know, those have been, you know, what it is. So, all right. So this is what I'm going to do. So since I've been speaking for 30 minutes, if you go look at my previous videos, I have my email address. I see I got 7 people watching right now. One of them's me. That's how great my lives do. I get more people that watch after than that. But I'm giving away. I have, let me see what I have before I start saying I'm giving it away. So I have 3 SDRs here. Now these are the black ones. So the black ones will do any frequency you want. You'll have to put a little amp with them if you want them for Wingbits, or you don't need an amp, especially if you're in a very, very good area. And I have a VHF one. So email me for giveaway number 1. Tell me you want one of the SDRs, and we'll go from there. Don't put anything more than that right now until we start make contact and we talk back and forth. So first giveaway is going to be, I'll do 2 of them right now. You tell me if you want a VHF, because this one will only do VHF. So if you're in the air band or marine band, or you're trying to do the locating with the ships and stuff like that, like in what do you call it? Marines and stuff like that in the ham. Forget what the ship one's called. I was messing with it for a little while. If you want a VHF one, tell me. If you want the all band or the all band, tell me. The only thing I will tell you is I'm lazy and it takes a long time for me to ship stuff out. So we got plenty of time to work on that. It will not go out until sometime later next week. But if you want one of these, let me know. Email me. You're going to have to go back into my previous videos and find my email. That's in the description. All right, I can't make it that easy. So, you know, that'll be one of my giveaways, and we'll do another one in a little while. So what else can we talk about? We talked about Curecoin. Coinbase, I'm starting to see some issues with Coinbase. Y'all know, again, I hate to keep repeating myself. I've had to pay taxes and do some different things right now. Some unexpected expenses came up, so I sipped a little bit of profit from Solana. I'll admit it. You know, I bought a good amount of Solana at $8 and $10. I like to brag on that I was telling people in some of these Facebook groups that y'all are idiots if y'all think that Solana is dead. $8 and $10, and I loaded up on Solana, and I was taking my IoT from Helium and buying Solana. Hey, when times get tough and there's issues going on, and I need some extra cheddar, I'm taking a Solana. I did 3 different transactions because I like to break my stuff up. For some reason, the first one went through instantly to my checking account. The third one went to instantly. Of course, as Grumpy's luck is, the second one, which was a little bit larger of an amount, says it won't be ready for another 3 days. So then I had to do another transaction. I need that money now to pay for something. And then when that money eventually comes in, but searching around, I'm starting to see some people have the same issue. You're trying to do an instant one. Sometimes it comes in instant. Sometimes it takes a while. So just watch Coinbase. Again, what I would do if I was y'all, if y'all are trying to do any kind of withdrawals or move tokens and stuff back and forth. I had this problem with Exodus, even with Solana-based coins. Do it in chunks. Do not try to move a large amount of crypto at one time. So that's another thing I wanted to hit on. What else we got? So GeoNet, just so I can say I addressed it during the live. I understand people keep telling me, GeoNet's going to is having rewards come July. If the videos I see are halfway honest, and I have to believe that some of them are because they all got kind of the same numbers. If GeoNet is anywhere close to rewards you're getting, even at half the rewards, it's still doing better than a lot of projects. So y'all, I'm honest with y'all. If I had $600 laying around in between my couch cushions right now, I'd be all over GeoNet. I know it takes a special receiver because it's doing satellite, different stuff like that. I wish Wingbits could do it, but I know that that's impossible. But GeoNet is a good project. I will give projects props when I look into them and I'm finding that they're good. I haven't done a lot of research because I don't know exactly how it works. What you can add on little modules, and then you can multi-mon and triple mon and quadruple mon, and then you could add a fly license to it and 5 mine, whatever it is. Was it quintessential mine or whatever? But if you have that money, GeoNet, it looks like a very good project. Not financial advice. I don't know if they're going to go out of business tomorrow. But today, if I had $600 lying around, I'd be all over GeoNet. Somebody asked me, well, would you take profits to buy a GeoNet? I've done that before. I have taken profits when I knew I was way in the black. Kind of like, for example, I didn't do this, but example like Solana. Hey, I bought Solana 8, 10, until it got to about $20 because I was an idiot at that point. I said, I'm not going to buy it with $20. It might not go back up. I was buying it, so I was accumulating. So all that's profit. So I guess if I wanted to, I could take $600 of Solana and buy that. So technically, if something happens to it, I'm not out the money. And that's how I bought a lot of my helium devices. When I was up to almost 30 helium devices at one point. That's why I don't have a lot of money to show, even though I've been in helium for years, is because I kept taking all my profits and just buying more miners and buying more miners. So the person who asked me that question, that's a decision you have to make. But yes, if I had a lot of the way I feel about GeoNet, because it's an established one, it's not in testnet, it's not in betanet. They are paying out tokens. The tokens are listed that you can exchange them a certain way. Yes, I probably would take that chance if I was leaning towards it. My issue is that right now I don't have a lot of crypto that I am in the black in that much profit, other than Solana and AVAX and some of these other ones, Cardano and stuff. So I'm not taking that chunk out right now. If I was in profit on a lot more tokens, I probably would. XNet, I know a lot of y'all keep asking about XNet. Talked about it a little bit in my video on Monday. It's not fair to them to criticize them for 1 or 2 or 3 people complaining about them. Like I told y'all, after what happened with Defli, I tend to just want to listen just a little bit longer. That there's some things that people allege and you can tell that they just sound very outlandish. And some people, they say it's happening and you're like, I can see that possibly happening. Now, the thing about XNet is, the device is $200. Supposedly you get enough airdrop. Once you get it in and you get enough gigabytes going through it, you get enough airdrop where it's almost equal today's price for $100. So if that token goes back up, you might be almost possibly even wash that, and then everything's profit after that. And because of that, if I had the $200 today, I probably would even take a chance on XNet as long as I had a good place to put it. I'm noticing that some people who are knocking that project are complaining because they're not making a lot or because they don't have a lot of data going through them. You can't put this at your house when you have 1 or 2 or 3 AT&T phones on it. You know, this has to be put at some place commercialized that you're going to have a good amount of AT&T phones going through it, and whatever else that whatever carrier that they might have agreement with later at some point. So if you have somebody who owns a gym, you have somebody with a coffee shop, you know, or a different kind of some certain stores and stuff like that that might have people sitting in there. That's the little check box when you say, hey, am I going to get this or not? Let me check these positives. Yeah, my buddy Jim said people have bad service inside of the gym with AT&T, so I'm putting this in there, and now everybody's going to be offloading through me. That's something y'all need to look at, and something that would be possible to be a good money-making scheme for y'all. So, passive income. Y'all know I'm all about the projects that I can set it up and forget about it. Demo, oh, Jesus. Sword chain notice. But on Helium or XDNet or GeoNet, and you set it up and you don't deal with it after that, that is true passive income. Demo is like that to a point, other than they're paying crackers out now. And y'all know I'm PO'd with them right now because I lost my streak because I had to switch a vehicle, which I think that is very close-minded to a point. I'm not going to get all into that. So, yes, XDNet, GeoNet, that would be some great passive income. You can set it up, forget about it, let it do its thing. My 15, I don't even know what I'm down to now, 15 or 20 Helium miners that are just out there running host locations. I don't have to go check in on them. I don't have to connect them every day. I don't have to do this, don't have to do that like I do with NATIX or like I do with Sword Chain or like I do with Silencio and that stuff like that. They just run. And to me, that is truly passive income. That's what it needs to be. So if y'all have any questions about anything, y'all shoot them. I'm running out of ideas now. We're 45 minutes in. I've kind of went through everything that I was thinking about discussing. Just kind of going through some of the Discords and stuff like that, looking at announcements, seeing if I missed anything. Sword Chain Motors is saying that they are busting their butts actually on shipment. So if you're waiting on a shipment from Sword Chain Motors, make sure you go to Discord, check out the announcement section, and they're letting everybody know which what order numbers they're up to and that kind of thing like that. Defli, I'll go ahead and go down that rabbit hole with y'all. So I've been emailed by 2 different people who told me how they fell for the whole thing about items being shipped and they purchased devices and stuff, and now they're getting the runaround. I've talked before, I talked over and over about it's hard to do research that when you go into a Discord, anybody who's had anything negative to say has been deleted, been banned, been booted. Those people in that project that run that project see no problem with that. They think that we have to keep the negative out because that's not fair and that's hurting the project. Every project out there has negativity. Somebody's complaining about BitHarvest. Somebody's complaining about Wingbits. Somebody's complaining about Fry. Somebody's complaining about Demo and HiveMapper and NATIX and PyFire and Sword Chain and WeatherXM. Don't even get me started on WeatherXM. But guess what? Those are still succeeding. BitHarvest had to limit the amount of pioneers they can do because they had so many people that wanted to get in. There are people complaining about it. But my point is, Every project's gonna have negativity. You should see the XRP Twitter I was just trying to read. I was trying to do an update on XRP, and that's so toxic. You know, them XRP army, that's the answer could be in bold neon in front of them, and they don't want to look at it. I'm not getting into XRP. Defli thinks by purging their Discord, it's helping. And I guess it is helping because you have new people coming in there, falling for the scam. And then when they start questioning where's their stuff at or whatever's going to happen, they get the runaround. And eventually, if they ask too many times, or if they ask too many times, when's the CEX, they get booted. And I don't know how people, I do have some people who say, why can't you just leave it alone and let it go? And this is why. Because I have 10,000 followers. Any of them could be possibly looking to get into Defli. And I feel it's my responsibility that I know this information to warn them. Yeah, I'm not their daddy, but that's just the kind of person I am. It breaks my heart to a point to see these people telling me that they fell for it and they don't have it. And I can tell you how the admin of Defli is. As soon as he finds out that 48 minutes into this YouTube, I made these comments, he will have an excuse. He'll say that we've been in contact with him, or we promised their money back, or it's not our fault the shipment got lost. And he will have an excuse. He has an excuse for everything. And when he doesn't have an excuse, he attacks. Well, in the past, when we brought up certain things and why is it like this, why this, what's he do? He attacks the crank people. You know, people will question us about this, but yeah, Crank's doing this and this. Well, we don't give a shit about Crank. We want to know what is y'all's deal. You know, when you question about stuff that Burrito found, next thing you know, he's attacking Burrito. I don't care what about Burrito. And come to find out now, you find out Burrito was right on a lot of stuff. He runs a great website. I've said at least before, if you want to get in some of these deep in projects, Who Loves Burrito is a great resource. He's looked into him. He's told y'all about him. He's legitimate. I can see him to this day. We've been in Defli, not in no more, for over 12 months and cannot tell you one legit person that's in Defli. One that runs Defli. Can't tell you a real name. They created a website. It was very quick to do reverse imaging, found out that all those people were fake. Then if you asked any questions about it, you got booted from Discord. What did they do? Sometime later, somewhere here in my timeline, they created a new website. Guess what the new website's got? They ain't got no mention of team. Can't ask about it. We're not doxing. We want to protect our employees. Several months later, they come up with another new website. Third website. That one's got some team on it. And what's that team got? The team's got people's pictures that make no sense. The CEO is supposedly the former garbage man for some company, some refuse hauler or something like that. They're on zing.com as their references, or, you know, because they can't be in LinkedIn. And every one of the profiles was made up 24 hours before that website. That website was November 11th. Here we are a couple months later. Now there's a new website. That one ain't got no team on it. Now, and I'm watching, well, I got people, I'm finding out that now if you ask about the team, you're banned again. Or if you PM us, we'll give you some private information. They don't have a legitimate address. It's, you know, now they've come out with a new coin called Fly. And supposedly next week now, Fly's going to have a pool, liquidity pool, and you'll be able to exchange this. But you know what? Last June, they talked about Flight. Y'all forget about that. Flight was supposed to be their gas token or whatever it was. And Flight was going to be the one that you can exchange for different things and stuff like that. Go find any information now about Flight. Guess what? I got the screenshots of it. I took screenshots of everything. I about filled the memory up on my phone with screenshots, especially when I was getting booted, because I didn't want to see certain people get cut off, and I complained about it. So, you know, back in July, you had prepaid customers that y'all said y'all had prepaid customers for y'all's D-Sky service, and that there'll be an LP for that. Where's that at? You know, September, you said all items will be shipped by September 19th. What happened to that? Oh, we offered refunds. No, but you said everything was being shipped by different shipping providers. All of them lost it. All of them. All the different shipping providers. Just happened that all of them lost their stuff. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, we offered refunds. No, it still shows that there's an issue there. September 20th, you're supposed to be able to, they announced that you'll be able to soon be able to swap day cars for Defli. Still waiting. I mean, it's only been 8 months. Come on. You know, September, they're talking about also how all these D-Sky stations are being sent across the world, and you can pay for a hosted station and make the D-Sky off of it. But yet they can't ship a single D-Sky since July. Those keep getting lost. The ones around the world, they keep, those make it across the world through customs and everything within a week, and you're getting rewards. 100 of them to different countries, all kinds of different countries, third world countries. September 26th, they announced that Binance Exchange was less than 1 day away from being listed. 8 months ago, from their coins being listed. Then they came out with another project called Red Zone, where they would be able to set this service up that drones couldn't fly through this red zone. People can pay for these red zones and stuff like that. And then when me and another pilot who knew his stuff said the FAA is the only one that can restrict airspace. Well, he had all kinds of excuses for that. Guess what? Go find anything about red zone now. Then there was Project Cadmium or whatever it was called for decharge stations. Hey, y'all need to buy if y'all get a decharge station, y'all pay for a decharge station, which costs several $100s to over $1,000, and the big barn and stuff like that. Y'all would get extra bonuses for Project Cadmium, which is these test projects and stuff. Go Google that now. Can't even find Project Cadmium. It was along with the last website going. That was really for decharge. You don't hear nothing about decharge anymore. September 30th was when everything started going down with me, because they announced that they had some kind of deal with Bell Canada or Canada Bell, whatever it is like that. And I have a screenshot of it where he told us to contact the guy because people were saying they didn't think it was correct. And he says, really? We've been in contact with this guy. This is his information, blah, blah, blah. In fact, I couldn't even find on LinkedIn. I found a different person with the same name. And when I sent that to him, he corrected and said, that's not him. It's another guy. Found him, he confirmed it, and said that guy can back us all up. What eventually happens is that guy says, I don't know nothing about no Defli. What's he tell everybody to this day? Because I see it, and I'm getting it sent to me, that Grumpy took it upon himself and betrayed their trust and contacted Bell without us knowing, and he ruined that deal. Motherfricker, you told us. I have the screenshot. Contact him. This is what he tells people. I'm gonna keep going. If this gets too boring for y'all, I'm sorry. But the person who I thought was my friend, who I also have business dealings with, so I have to watch what I say, is talking crap about me because it's getting sent to me. And I'm not gonna go down as the bad person in this. That is me, is my fault. Us guys are talking to Moken, because Moken Discord has a Defli section, because they talk about several different projects. Several different projects have sections in Defli, and we all compare notes. And he thinks that that's what's killing the project. That ain't what's killing the project. It's all these freaking lies that we can back up with screenshots of crap y'all said. We ain't screwing up nothing. So the person who's also an admin, who I thought was my friend, who's so worried about making green dollar that I've been trying to warn about this since we were all admins together and refusing to listen, that I have the lack of thought regarding the repercussions of my actions on that project. It's just an indication of the mental maturity I have. Always questioning decisions, creating stories, and stated unsupportable facts. Unsupportable facts, people, that I have screenshots of from their Discord where they announced it. Unsupportable facts. He commends the management team for keeping it even when the desired goals have not been reached yet. The goals from July, September, October, November, December, January, their announcements of CEXs that never happened. How long you want these goals to have? You know what? People know why. People have asked me, well, Wingbits is almost in that same. No, they're not. You've never heard Wingbits come out one time and say, hey, we'll next week, we're going to be March 1st. Coinbase has an imminent, #imminent announcement. You've never heard that. Wingbits didn't even want to give an idea of testnet or mainnet. We just heard them talk about this the last couple of days about testnet. That's the difference. The difference is you don't have Wingbits to asking people for money, $200, $300, $1,000, $1,500 for items that nobody's receiving other than one or two admins. That's the difference. That's the difference. And what sucks is I can't show all these screenshots because they go after my YouTube channel, trying to claim that that Discord is not a public area and YouTube entertains them. And it's BS. And I've tried to stay away from it and I've tried to leave it alone. But when I keep getting called out, I'm going to defend myself. And then they talk about it's imperative that any information about this project is kept among the group that's in there supporting Defli. Really? How do y'all expect anybody else to come join the project when y'all just want to talk secretly? It's like Fight Club. Nobody talks about Fight Club, blah, 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 blah. You only want to keep it positive in the Discord. If anybody says anything negative, you have to agree to these terms when you join a Discord that you will not talk about about Defli anywhere else. If somebody catches you talking ill about Defli in any other Discord, you're banned. Why would you join that project? You realize how empty the helium one would be in some of these other projects if people who just talk negative. You can't talk negative. You can't ask questions in there. You get booted. And then at one point, and I even have the date and stuff like that, when we could complain about people getting booted, this is when I was still an admin, and I said, I really would like to try to find the exact time, but it says people who talk bad and the people that got booted out the Discord will still be able to get into their wallets on the website and still be able to get rewards. I'll show y'all right now. I can't get into mine. I had 3 different wallets and I helped 2 different people, one family member and one a friend that I was helping with their stuff. None of them. And they weren't even in the Discord, but because they're associated with me, they got booted out. That's decentralization for y'all. You know, let's see. There's a couple other things that we got. October 5th, the CFO says they have a special deal in place with a liquidity provider. Well, that's October 5th. So what are we down now? That's 7 months ago. October 19th, Jordax going to be released as an ERC token on Base. That will have direct swap with Ethereum. 7 months ago. I'm still waiting on that one. Then October 19th, they also announced that they're about to release a USDT pair, which will be available on the TOKPRE, TOKPRE exchange swap. 7 months, still waiting on it. November 8th, they're moving Defli, Daycars, DSky, Decharge to Base because that will be able to get it listed on Aerodrome. We're only talking 6 months away now. November 11th, November 11th, they made an announcement that this 519 license, as soon as they get to 619, that will automatically trigger a listing on L-Bank, the L-Bank exchange. Guess they haven't had 100 new subscribers since November 11th because I'm still waiting on L-Bank. L-Bank, where he also, which there's screenshots of, telling people how to get around the KYC if you're in America. Guess there's nothing wrong with that, right? Because he had some kind of email where L-Bank's telling them, oh, well, if you can't get to it, just say you're from a U.S. Virgin Islands or something like that. They're giving out directions how to bypass KYC. No problems here. No problems, right? December, he made a fake profile called Defli Team on Discord, but everybody knew who the hell it was because of how rude they were. December 17th, he accused me that when somebody wanted to know, because somebody created some little bitty decks or something like that with liquidity or something like that, and somebody was cleaning out, he told everybody that was me. I was selling, even though he has access, but he could see all of my wallets. So he damn well knows it wasn't me. It's telling everybody that it was me selling at such a low price because I knew this is, again, screenshotted, because they were blacklisting wallets to it. You could not sell, or I could not sell, or certain people could not sell their DeFi, DSky, Drodec, Decharge, whatever tokens. That's decentralized for you, right? You put your money and your time into building this project. You spent money on these projects, DeFi, DSky, whatever. And then they're going to blacklist your wallets because you're no longer with the project. But yet, I'm the bad person here. Then he attacked certain people who were in this other project. I don't say their names, unless they want to come forward, that, they sold a little bit and got like $25 worth of liquidity, and they got attacked in the Discord. How dare you do that? $25. He admitted that they were blacklist wallets when that was questioned. This was for the good of the project. So then, January, they came out with January 21st, they announced they'll be listed on Coinbase March 1st. We're 49 days past that. Hashtag giving it. That they are selling hosted options for Walmart. Wonder how that's going. Guarantee you can't get a picture of a hosted station on Walmart. Maybe after this they'll create one. But when we all did DSky back in July, we were all 100 people that bought hosted stations were told that we'd be able to get a picture and to know where that is. And then when you looked up the GPS of where it was, it'd be the middle of the woods, middle of the forest, middle of the desert, middle of a neighborhood that there was no clear line of sight, and nobody could ever get pictures of it because of security reasons. Why is it security reasons? We can't see the address. We already know the GPS. You give it to us in the wallet. Yeah, right. And then one of the last things that I gave up, because I figured if this ain't enough, I don't know what else is. January 28th, they said they got FCC approval for C-band. Well, first of all, what I'm told about C-band approval is you can't just get a blanket approval for C-band. I noticed because I had to help cell providers get on the tower that I manage. You have to get C-band approval for this GPS location with what's going on how near airport is. So you're not getting blanket C-band approval. So that's BS. Second of all, I contacted the FCC and there is no Defli anything anywhere. Then he tries to tell them that they even got approval to use the C-band amateur band. I contacted the people in charge of the legislature for amateur radio, and then they basically laughed. What more do y'all want? But again, I'm gonna get attacked after this because I'm spreading FUD and I'm ruining the project. No, y'all keep bringing me into this, and y'all gonna call me out, telling people that I did this because I'm making significant amount of money with my Amazon links. When I was doing Defli videos, I can guarantee you, if I had to add it up, I don't think I made, out of probably 7 months of videos, I can tell you I probably didn't make $100 worth of in Amazon links. Do the math on that. 2 or 3 months, especially towards the end, because I wasn't even talking highly about them. I didn't even get a payout from Amazon because it was so low. But he's going to sit there and say that I did this all for significant amount. You see what it is this is how toxic he is. And yet, I don't talk to, there's 2 or 3 admins there. I don't talk to any of them anymore because they'll continue to they continue to go down this route with him with this project. Again, after this video, I'm done with it until I get notified that it comes up again. And then I'll do a specific video, because my D-Slime video, last I looked, was one of my highest rated, highest viewed, because I couldn't use the word Defli because I had 2 strikes against my channel, because even though I had permission to do videos for them that they advertised, once we had this little falling out, they went to YouTube and said, I had images of their website, which I did, just like I pull up BitHarvest and stuff like that. And I had images of this stuff in Discord to prove what I was saying, that I wasn't lying. So what's he do? He contacts YouTube saying it's copyright infringement, forces them to take it down, and then goes on Discord on the defense saying he made up all this stuff. Well, yeah, because I can't prove it now because, but guess what? Got screenshots of all of it. Screenshots of all of it. Again, I keep saying this, and y'all drag me back in. I'm done with it unless y'all need me to do a whole nother video specifically on it. When I keep hearing about people keep getting screwed over, it upsets me. I know I pushed them real hard last year, but there's a part of me now that says these people coming into it now definitely ain't getting this news from me. You can't find anybody doing Defli videos. The person who did a Defli video a couple of months back took it down. Now, I don't want to speak for him or anything like that. I haven't talked to him or anything like that. Did somebody else tell him, hey, you might want to watch that because as soon as you don't approve a Defli, the video that you had approval for is now going to get your YouTube channel in jeopardy when they make these copyright complaints? That's possible. I didn't. It's that he's a grown man with an established YouTube channel. But even some of these projects that can't even get off the ground, something like that, have YouTube videos about them, have Twitter stuff that they did not make up themselves, have websites talk about them that they did not pay to get listed. They talk about Unmanned Project website, whatever, who pushed these articles. Go back now. He even took them down. But I'm the bad guy here. I'm getting accused of hurting the project. I'm reading this thing. Every time I look at this message right here that was posted about response to I'm spot on regarding your post on the sticky. Y'all can kiss my fat rear end. Y'all can continue to try to blame me and blame Burrito and blame Gertz and blame all these other people. But y'all did this. Y'all constantly lying on all these dates. I mean, there's many more that I don't have screenshots of. Y'all did this. Y'all, and I say y'all, because the admins try to say, well, that's not us. We don't work for bull. That's bull. At this point, I've been in enough civil and criminal investigations to know y'all have been warned. Y'all have seen what's going on. Y'all know there's been FTC complaints, SEC complaints filed on Defli, and y'all continue the admin form. Y'all continue the mod form. What happens now at this point. It ain't gonna hurt my feelings. It ain't gonna, because I used to be very tight with some of y'all. Talk to y'all a lot. Y'all know what's going on, but y'all so worried now that they might be actually legit. We might make a bunch of money because there's hardly anybody in the project. So y'all probably getting rewards out the wazoo right now. You know, this is, to me, y'all are just as responsible at this point. And if that hurts y'all feelings, I'm sorry. Y'all know I'm a straight shooter and I'm being dead honest with y'all. If anybody listening right now, this is giveaway number 2. If you'll handle this route. For the first, I don't know, 3 people that email me, who have my email me, I'm doing an airdrop of Bit Harvest Studio token. Email me saying you're here for giveaway number 2. That's all I want you to put right now. Don't put anything else until we can confirm and make sure there's nothing scammy or anything going on. Find my email. I'm doing a airdrop for y'all. For those who have sat here through my rant and listened. I know I'm going on 70 minutes, but y'all can tell that I'm bothered by this. I'd like to sit here and say I'm big and bad and this stuff doesn't bother me, but it does, because you are attacking my honor. I mean, but you know, there's a point of me that also said, somebody said, how many people are still in their Discord that can see this? And that is a legitimate point. How many people are still in their Discord? I don't know. That's one thing I can't tell you. Because if I told y'all that might mean that I'm in there and I can see. You know, it's sad that you have to be I'd love to be able to just to ignore all this stuff and to forget about it, that it ever happened. But you know, you had another project, then that project somehow has issues and goes away. Then you have IO5, and then somehow that project goes away, and then you have Defli, and then I wonder what they're gonna do next. Because it's funny how you discuss those projects back in, me, Fluffy, MP Helium and stuff, discussed those projects and how much they were scams, those first 2 projects, when we first got into that project. And we were told how Defli, nothing like that, nothing. Go search right now the Discord. That's a little homework for y'all. Do a little search for the term IO5 and see if it's still in that Discord. Because it ain't. Been deleted. I wonder why. If I really had balls, I'd post y'all the picture of Cookie Monster / IO5. But I'm not going down that route yet. But when all the screenshots we got of that Discord, and the same type of terms are used, same type of adjectives, the same type of verbs, the same type of misspelled words and screwed up punctuations and stuff in the same spots, same type of fonts on websites and stuff like that on all 3 websites. And then when it gets brought up, all of a sudden there's a new website that came out. Imagine that. Coincidence. We just already had that. Which don't look nothing now like about the other 2-3 websites we questioned about. Ladies and gentlemen, do y'all's research is all I can tell y'all. It's hard to do research when the Discord is purged and stuff like that. You ask questions. And if you ask questions and people get upset and want to ban you, you have your question. It's the chance we all take. I've always said the chance we take of getting into new projects. I understand that. You know, I did not want to take up 45 minutes or whatever it was, 30 minutes of this talking about this stupid, cheap ass project. And if I never have to talk about them again, I'll never talk about them again. I will continue to have on my Monday passive income project updates a section on the bottom that's for people who stumble across it new. I got these new subscribers coming in that will have projects I recommend you stay far away from. And Defli will always be number 1. Just so people who just catch at least that one section of my video can see that. That's about the most you're going to hear me say. If they have updates, I'm going to talk about them. Hey, I talk about DPIN / passive income projects. They're still claiming to be one. So I'm doing an update on that, just like I would do grass. Because I was upset with grass with some stuff. Y'all know I've attacked Sword Chain Modus about the stupid way they connect. Y'all know I've been pissed off at Demo. So I'm reviewing them also. We'll see if Monday there is a listing or pool or anything like that. But here's the track record, people. I've also said, I'm going to say this again. If I'm wrong, I will do a video, man to man, man to whoever's watching. And I'm looking at y'all and I'm telling y'all, I will do a video and I will say, I was wrong. Defli is legit. Defli does have these partners. Defli does have these stations out. Defli is officially now on the CEX. And I'll even pay more than $5 or $10 for YouTube to advertise that video, because that's how sure I am about this. Because I got accused in one of these other attacks that I would never ever admit if I was wrong about Defli. I can only knock them. I couldn't admit if I was wrong. I'm telling you right now, I'll admit it. That is how sure I am. If I'm wrong, there's gonna be a lot of other people who are wrong too. We all got the ammo. We all got the screenshots. We all compared notes. I won't attack them anymore if they keep my name and quit with this kindergarten. It's not our fault we failing. It is your fault. Come through with one of the 45 things I got on this list that y'all promised people. Y'all come up with a new coin. Hurry up and get in. Hurry up and get in. We got an airdrop Friday. If you don't buy in right now with $200 station, or you don't do this, you don't get this online, you're not gonna get the airdrop for another worthless token. What, they up to 5, 6 of them now? And people keep falling for it. And that's why I continue to do this. So we'll see where it goes from here. April 18th, boom, is the last time I got to defend myself like this and rant about it and talk about it. I've said it before. I would never talk about it again unless they brought up my name or stuff like this, attacking me of making up BS, creating stories, stating unsupportable facts. Y'all keep saying that, and I'm gonna come out with another video, or I'll just take my YouTube lick, or I'll change the image so it doesn't look exactly like the Discord so that you can't say it's from the Discord, and I'll start posting this stuff. Every time you want to say that I'm making stuff up. Is what it is. So, woo! I get to go to the gym now, play some Call of Duty tonight, get destroyed by a bunch of kids while I drink my Crown and Coke online with Fluffy. I might do another AMA with Fluffy, because I'd like to, I talk to him every night a little bit about crypto, and if y'all saw my AMA about him, he has a kind of different thought of Bitcoin and where it's going to go and what's going to happen. And now that we're closer to the halving, and I can't get any other AMAs scheduled right now, I might do another video with Fluffy just so I can get another AMA, get a little more practice. You know, the first one I did with him somehow was only supposed to be recorded using Riverside, and somehow it also live streamed before, like the actual recording, when we were joking around about stuff, and I didn't get a chance to even edit it. I don't know what the hell happened, so I got to try that again too. You know, I mean, I got people that want to do AMAs and stuff like that, but between their schedules and my schedules, you know, it's like that. So, all right, I'm about to wrap this up. So, I'll tell you what. So, for those people who are watching right now, you can't win twice or anything like that, but I'll do another one of these SDRs. Email me for giveaway number 3. And then for giveaway number 4, I'm doing another airdrop of BHST. So, again, the same person can't win. So, that's 4 or 5 things spread out over 78 minutes. And who knows, just because it was giveaway number 2, I might pick more than one person. I have a chunk of BHST that I received, and my plan is to get rid of all of it. So I don't want to say how much I got, but I'm gonna get rid of all of it because I'm gonna go back to being happy. And I want to thank everybody for making 10,000. Y'all wanted to see a rant. Y'all got a rant in this video. I didn't really want to get a rant until it's 6 o'clock now p.m. until 4:15 today. I had all positive stuff written down on my notes. I wanted to go over in live until this crap happened. But I'm positive. I'm happy about having 10,000. Now I got to push for 20,000. I know I'm getting greedy now, but who knows? Maybe by my birthday in July, summertime or something, maybe we can push for 20,000. Who knows? I just think closing out, there's a lot of big things coming to the stuff that we're all into, between passive income, regular crypto with the bull market. It's hard for me to keep up. You know, I think I went over it the other day in my passive income project list. I think we're, you know, when we're discussing 12 and 14 or however many, I know I exaggerate sometimes, 12, 14, 15 projects. I got somebody else ask me about, there's another one that's kind of like, satellite mining, but he wants me to look into that one. You know, when I start talking about 15, 16 projects, y'all can't complain that taking an hour and a half for a video. I'm trying to cover it all. Because if you're only into like Silencio and NATIX, and I skip over that to talk about some of these other projects, you're going to feel that I'm not covering it no more. You know, so, but we have a lot of big things coming up. BHST or Bit Harvest is, I'm super proud of those guys. I've been talking to those guys since we were all in Defli together. To be honest with you, started talking the source code over the phone about some things. We started comparing notes. You know, they got even a little deal with Defli at first. When he started getting in deep with Defli and started realizing there was issues with the code and Defli didn't want to correct it, you know. Of course, Defli had a different reason, but since then, my enemy is my friend type of thing, at least for me. But I've talked to those guys on the phone. Them guys do AMAs. Those guys are not resting. On top of their full-time job, and on top of doing stuff with their families and going out of town, they're working on this project. They got, what they up to, like I just said earlier, 6, 7 different projects right now. Coming out with new updates. Almost every day they got an update now because they got new projects coming out. Wingbits. Robin, who's one of the guys in charge of Wingbits, is in Dubai right now with them and the Peak people. I saw that earlier on, and I was trying to find it again on Twitter about Peak and everything the Peak is doing in Dubai, all their projects and stuff they got going on, including Wingbits. And Robin from Wingbits is right there in the middle of it with all these people. He might need scuba gear to get around, but I know, you know, y'all know I'm really high on George from Cryptos R Us. He's in there swimming with him. There's a lot of people there. It's a huge thing. I know there's another one in Las Vegas coming up that was a couple of months ago. I know I really tried to get to that one that talks about a lot of these projects. There's a lot of stuff going on. We don't worry about this dip in the crypto. People talking about, oh, the bear market's back. The bull market's already over with. Yo, Jesus, my goodness. Oh, Jesus Christ and motorbike, like my boy on TikTok says. You know, Alex Becker is crazy. I watch him. I'm looking through YouTube right now. You know, passive crypto mining. He's got some great projects. I'm gonna give him a shout out too. He's talking about mining 3 different coins with a new satellite miner. Y'all need to check him out. I got links to his YouTube page, or just look up in YouTube, passive crypto mining. Check him out. Take a look at him. See what he's got. Another local friend who's a local guy, Krypton with a K, Krypton. Krypton Calls Investing. He is very active and stuff like that. A smaller channel, but he's got more subscribers than me. but he knows the stuff too. There's another, I don't know. There's a lot of different people that are covering these things. Do your research by talking to many people. Bro Science Life is the best YouTube page that has ever been created. If y'all know Dom from Bro Science Life, if y'all ever need a good laugh, especially if y'all into any kind of gym stuff, he is great. But Tech Hustler is another one. And Tech Hustler, I put been showing him also on my Monday videos where he's on XNet and GeoNet, Hive Mapper. A lot of the same stuff that we talk about, y'all talk about with me, he's doing that same thing, you know, and he's into all that. Y'all need to be following all these people and seeing what they're doing. And Crypto on Calls, Stale Cracker, that dude's a trip. So I'm rambling on. See, I'll start to recognize it now. I'm down to 6 people. And tell you what, I'm closing this out. I've been 85 minutes. I got only 6 people left. This is giveaway. I have no idea. So we'll call it giveaway 6 because 6 people are still here. Giveaway 6. Contact me for giveaway 6 and I'll send you something. And we'll go with it from there. Find my email and some other videos. I'll eventually add to the description. But because a part of me feels like we didn't go over anything in this video like I wanted to because I'm so off key now with this Defli thing. But then there's also, I feel like I'm exhausted. So keep up with everything going on. I'm going to say it again for the 7th time, but I don't care. Bid Harvest. Make sure y'all in that Discord. Make sure you're watching the announcements. Watch all the projects that are coming out with y'all. People who've been waiting on Bobcats, y'all have answers now to your questions or whatever. Your prayers have been answered, whatever you want to say. There's now a way to work on your Bobcats. Y'all feel like Bobcat let you down. They went away. Can't get no help from them. Bid Harvest is here. You can either write it yourself using Arcade Dev Tool or you can mail it into Bid Harvest. Wingbits. I just told you about Wingbits. They're at the peak with Peak right now in Dubai at that convention. Testnet is next month. I am ecstatic about that. That's my 2 big projects right now. Y'all see I changed my icons up top. It is what it is. So I'm done. This went longer than I wanted it to go on, but we'll see. We'll see. My YouTube page is shut down tomorrow. Again, I got the evidence to back it up. Doesn't matter. All right, y'all have a good evening. Everybody stay safe out there. Watch yourselves. Don't play with money you can't afford to lose tomorrow. If some exchange or some project rug pulls or some exchange gets shut down for some reason, none of this is financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only, and I'm sure a lot of y'all got entertainment from it. And we'll see y'all on the next. Please make sure you like this video if you don't mind. If y'all haven't hit the like button yet, there's only, I had 10 people watching, only 1 person liked it. And subscribe if y'all haven't subscribed yet. And we'll see what happens from there. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night.